everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to Pita-chan's podcast. Today, we are starting a new series called My Jam Game, or My Jam. And today we're talking about Stardew Valley. How is everyone? Hello, Drewish. Hello, Bullets. How are you? I hope everything is good. Why is that music so fucking loud? Excuse me. Woo! Very twangy in my earballs. Anyway, yes, we're starting a new series. And today we're going to be talking about all things Stardew with somebody I consider to be an expert at Stardew Valley. Hello, Not. How are you today? We're going to bring on Miss Lexi Lou. Miss Lexi Lou!
Hello, hello!
Hello, hello! Can you tell me about the sound? Is the sound good? Is it loud?
Wait, which one? The Discord one or the stream one? Because they're both good, anyways.
I can barely hear over this music. Oh my god. It's so loud. I didn't expect it to be so loud. Holy crap. Anyway, welcome to the podcast, Miss Lexi Lou.
Thank you, thank you.
We were talking about one of your favorite subjects besides witchcraft. We're talking about Stardew Valley today.
Yeah.
Yay! So, tell me about your weekend. How's your weekend been?
My weekend's been great. I haven't done anything.
Lazy weekends are the best, right?
Yeah, so good. All I've done is play games and eat junk food, and it's been amazing. I feel like a teenager again.
What's wrong with that? Well, I mean, that's one of my favorite things to do.
Fantastic. I love it.
That's one of my favorite things to do.
Exactly. Too bad I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow too, but it kind of gave me a weird week. Usually I do 8 hours for like 3 days, but I'm broken up into 4 days now for like 5 hours each. So it's gonna be really weird. Drewish, how are you? Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Get cozy. Get that blanket out. Grip your favorite furry critter if you have a furry critter. You know what I mean? But yeah, I worked. Yeah, I worked yesterday, which sucked. And I do appreciate my days off.
Days off are the best. Yes. I still think we should work 2 days a week, have 5 days a week off, and make double the amount of money we make right now.
I think work should initiate nap time.
Also that.
You know, midday.
For anyone who works retail, every time someone yells or is rude at you, you get $100 bonus. For every person that is rude.
Oh my god, I'd be rich.
Right?
I'd come home with like $600 before my check because of how rude people are. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that today. Sometime we will talk about the woes of retail and food industry. Because that will be an interesting podcast. Just venting about how suck people are, you know what I mean? I don't think people know how bad it is on the other end.
I don't think they have an idea, though.
Also, we'll do call centers just for you.
Oh, God.
Because I've had experience in that as well, which is also disgusting. Anyway.
It's so bad.
All right.
Anywho.
So today we are talking about the game called Stardew Valley. Classified as a farming simulator, I would believe. But it is also RPG and pixel style game. I came across this game and immediately fell in love with it. I think that's what happens to most people. That when they see this game, it's like, what is this? And then you start playing it and go, oh my god, what have I gotten into? And then you can just wave goodbye to like 50% of your life. I think I went through like 6 months straight of Stardew Valley, but I never completed up to the 2-year marker because I had to keep restarting my farm because I hated it. I was like, no, I can't have my farm this way. But it was created by one man, Eric the Concerned Ape. You can follow him on Twitter. He posts all kinds of updates and things. It came out in 2016, I believe, sometime in February, and it was published by a random bunch of publishers and developers. But it's probably one of my favorite cozy games, and I'm sure Alexia will agree with me. I mean, the first experience with Stardew Valley, it's like a little bit overwhelming at first, but then once you get into it, it's like, yes! It's like It's like melty chocolate. It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good, especially the fact that there's gonna be. It's funny that you talk about chocolate because next game that Eric has planned, Eric is concerned Ape, it's the Haunted Chocolatier, which is basically just a chocolate farm, but like a chocolate fabric.
I saw that. I saw all of the updates.
Yeah.
That's why I follow him because he makes awesome games. Chucklefish, who actually is one of the developers in this, they had another game called Inmost. Very creepy, very messed up game. It is not. It's not like Stardew Valley at all. But oh, is Lexi quiet? Let me turn the Lexi Lose up. We don't want her to be quiet. We want her to be as loud as me. Well, not quite as loud as me, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I can be loud. I can be loud if you want me.
All right. We'll turn this music off because it's really loud in my ear anyway, and we'll turn the Lexi Lou up. Is that better? Not.
Is it better? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear her now? Not.
Can you hear me? Testing.
Yep. Oh, good. All right. We just needed to turn you up a smidge of hair.
Yeah, I have no idea because I have the Twitch tab muted, so I'm not hearing you twice.
Yeah, because you'll hear me double. Because you'll hear me in this ear, and then you'll hear me off of the thing. But yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, can you tell me about your first experience with Stardew Valley?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember how I found it. I think it was through a stream, and I have a feeling it was through oh god, what's her name? I forgot. It's been so long. What was her name? What was the name of that streamer that also streamed a lot? Okay, I think I unfollowed her because she stopped streaming. Anyways, it was a streamer. I don't remember her name. I saw a stream and I was like, oh my god, this sounds so interesting. And I really wanted to give it a try. So I'm not sure if I was gifted the game or if I got the game. I don't remember. But I've since bought it on every console I have. Like I've bought it for my phone. I've bought the soundtrack. I've gifted it to my boyfriend. Anyone who wants it, I'll be like, here, you have to play it.
You have to, yeah.
You have to. Like, I didn't even give my boyfriend a chance. He just got an email saying you have been gifted Stardew Valley, and he looked at me like, why? And I'm like, why not?
Why not?
Why not? That way we can play together. And he was like, oh, fine. So yeah. But yeah, I started playing. I thought it was a bit overwhelming at first, but actually, the farm I have, the one we were talking about pre-stream, the one that I'm on almost year 8, it's still my first farm. It's still the first one I made.
Honestly, I can't tell you about my first farm because I think I deleted it.
This one is still my first, and it's still going strong. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get to 10 million monies that I need. But like, I started playing, and I just got hooked. Like, I could not stop playing. I think I reached 100 hours in less than 2 weeks. Probably less than a week even, because I could not stop playing. I'll be like, also, if you're my boss or you work with me, you did not hear the following sentence. However, I was working and playing at the same time, so like I can listen to people scream and just keep playing.
Tell her secret. Shh.
So like I was so hooked. I loved it. And it's still one of my favorite games, no doubt. I have over 400 hours on it right now on Steam, and that doesn't count the hours I spend on my phone. Because I found, like, I have it on my phone for the Android, and I play there sometimes as well.
How is the Android version? Is it harder?
It's basically the same thing. The controls are a bit harder because you don't have a keyboard, but it's basically the same thing. One thing that I really, really like is that it has auto attack. So whenever you get near a monster, it automatically attacks them.
Nice.
That's so nice because you basically rarely get attacked because the character reacts when they get near you. So you're not like, ah, shit, I'm getting, beaten, because you're just attacking them nonstop. That's really nice. It's a bit confusing when it comes to the commands because you either can just, click and the character goes to wherever you click, or you can have these kind of visual joysticks on the screen. But it's really nice, actually. It's exactly the same. In fact, it's not official, but there's a workaround to sync your save files. If you if you force Steam to save your save files to a Dropbox, and then you install a mod on your phone that will get your phone save files from that folder as well. And basically, you can just keep playing while you were playing on your phone and your computer, and vice versa.
Yeah, that's a thing that you can do with.
s-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying it automatically saves whenever you leave. So instead of like the computer one where you have to wait until nightfall and go to bed, the phone automatically saves wherever you stop playing.
Yeah, Xbox the Game Pass does that as well. If you're playing in one section, you can go and switch back and forth between that and your PC or whatever, which is pretty cool.
It's so nice.
All right, but yeah, I mean, Stardew Valley is like the super diamond in the pixel world. I mean, you play it, and it's like I haven't met anybody who doesn't like Stardew Valley. Out of all of the gaming friends I have, I mean, even there are gamers, there are streamers. I can't even say the word specifically that choose to stream just this game because there's so much content in it. I mean, there's so many things you can do. You can adventure, you can forage, you can build a farm, magnificent farm with cows and ducks and chickens and all of the best part is you can name them.
True.
But
Nothing better than naming a chicken nugget.
Chicken nugget, yeah, or beef, you can call it steak or whatever, because it's just great.
Yeah, or a pig and you call it bacon.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And then they added multiplayer in it, which made it amazingly well. It's like, oh my god, now I can play it with a farm, and then we can just make this beautiful, cozy place. Like, yes. Yes. I was so obsessed with Stardew Valley at one point, I was writing fan fictions about it. I was like, yeah, you know it hits you. It hits you in the heart, you know?
True. I love it. It's really one of my favorite games. It has so much that you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, you can play it however you want. If you want to focus on farming, you can focus on farming. If you want to focus on fishing, you can focus on fishing. If you want to focus on combat and the mines, you can focus on that. If you just want to focus on roleplay, you can go over with so many different NPCs and you can talk to them and you can choose someone to marry. You can choose and try to, date everyone. The possibilities are so endless.
You can be the gigolo.
Yeah, you may have a bad consequence if you do that,
but hey,
you can do it.
You can still do it. And the dialogue is really, really good in the game. It's not super cheesy or whatever. I mean, some things are, but there's everything. There's magic and it's great. It's just a great game. I could gush about it forever. You know what I mean? I'm usually strictly a horror game kind of girl, but this game caught my interest. It's like yes. Even my husband, who's very skeptical. That's not a word. I think I just made a new word, Lexi. Skeptical.
Words are hard.
Skeptical about all games. He really likes Stardew Valley because he likes making things. He'll play 7 Days to Die just to build houses. It's like go to play in The Sims. He's like, but there's no zombies. So it's like, all right, whatever.
I mean, technically, if he plays The Sims 3 or 2, not sure, I can confirm, but I'm like 99.9 certain it's 3. He does have zombies.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know.
There's zombies in The Sims 3. They come out of the ground. They're very, very annoying. I fucking hate them.
They come out of the ground. Like you were specifically pointing that point out. They come out of the ground.
Yeah, like, do you know how annoying the vampires are on Sims 4? Yeah, the zombies on Sims 3 are worse. It's so bad. Because, like, if you don't... and they only come out, I think it's on full moons or something. Yeah, it's full moons. And I literally forced my game to be constantly on like a quarter moon or something, so that I just didn't have to deal with them. Because I was like, I do not want to deal with it. Like, I'm trying to have a normal family here. There are children in the room.
I can't with The Sims.
Spawning zombies.
Yeah, I'll build the house and then I'll stop playing. It's like if I can't kill people, if I can't kill the neighbors, I won't want to play. I'm messed up.
I think The Sims is the game I have the most save files on because I just keep. Yeah. Try this. I'm gonna spend like 3 hours creating my Sims,
Uh-huh.
another 3 hours creating my house. I'll play for 30 minutes and I'll never play them again for the next like 5 or 6 months.
That's a mood. It's great. I do the same thing. Oh my god. But anyway, we're not talking about Sims today. We're talking about Stardew Valley. So,
Sure.
so they're the basics. Let's go over the basics, Lexi Lou.
Okay.
So there are
So-
several different types of farms. There's the standard
True.
farm, the Riverland farm, forest farm, hilltop, wilderness, four corners, and beach. Which one is your favorite?
My favorite for single playing is the forest.
Mm-hmm.
For
Mine too.
multiplayer is the four corners.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like the
'Cause
forest because it
multiplayer
has the hardwood rejuvenation, and you can get all
True.
of the mushrooms, but just
Yes.
without any effort.
Foraging is one of my favorite paths and one of
Mhm.
my favorite things to do in the game. So the forest is fantastic because you're gonna forage stuff in there because it's gonna spawn. And it's so nice because you get that little tiny lake in the middle and you can
Mhm.
like make your house around that. It's so, I don't know, I love it. I really do. The only thing that it's a bit annoying is that the patches of grass don't let you do anything on them. Like you can't farm on top of them.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
you
They're
only have like a section for farming.
yeah, you're
But
really
now,
limited.
yeah, but now that can be overcome with the new expansion that came out a while ago,
Mhm.
which I'll talk about in a bit.
Yes, she will. She will. She will discuss it because I haven't played Stardew in a long time. I know. Don't yell at me. But but Resident Evil and Night
True.
of the Dead, which I love playing. It's really cheesy and glitchy, but I love it so much. But the only one I haven't played, I would say, is the Wilderness one. I've played all the other ones. Riverland is my favorite for fishing because I'm one of those weirdos who loves fishing in Stardew Valley. I like the challenge of it. I'll just sit and fish. That's if somebody says let's play multiplayer, I was like I'll fish because I hate mining. I hate mining.
Yeah, and then you have me who has a mod for fishing, so she doesn't have to fish
Yeah.
because I hate fishing.
Yeah, the when you get that iridium rod, you're out there going.
Yeah.
You're always getting harassed too by Elliot because he just stands on the bridge behind you. It's like, go away, stalker.
True. He just stands there and like gawks at you, and you're like, "Yes, can I help you?"
Yeah, but the fishing is one of my favorite things. And started that and making jams. It's
Jams
so
are
relaxing
so
to me just
cool.
to throw the fruit in the little bins. I don't know why. It's like chunk. It's like, yes, I have to keep doing this. I don't know why.
I do the same thing. I have two, houses. I don't know what you call them. Two buildings. I have two buildings. One just for cheese and mayo and stuff like that, and the
Mhm.
other one just for jams and wines. And they're upgraded to the max, so they have so much of those in there, and I make so much. And then what I can, I'll take to the cellar, and the other I just sell. Like I sold a bit ago, and I got like 90K in just one day. It was so nice.
Crazy, man. I mean, I think that's
Honestly,
one of the.
I think,
Go ahead.
yeah, I think we're gonna say the same thing. It's one of the best ways to make money.
Yes.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Mm-hmm.
I think so too, honestly,
Yeah.
because it gives you more money for less work. Like fishing gives you money too, but you're gonna be dependable on the quality of the fish,
Mm-hmm.
and that is gonna depend on you. Like if you actually can fish. And then when you're dealing with jams and wines, it's not necessarily depending on you, especially if you have the cellar. You just have to do it, shove it in the cellar, wait, I don't know how many days, but a couple days,
Mhm.
and bam, you have iridium quality that's going to sell for a lot of money. Then
Yeah.
you just start over again.
Each farm has their own ups and downs about it. Like we said about the forest, it had limited space on it for your if you're going to try farming as well. The best for farming would be the standard map, I would think, because
Yeah,
it
I
has the
think so
most
too.
plot space.
Or the four corners is nice for single player if you want to like take a, do a bit of everything, because you have a section that you can plant stuff. You have a whole, this little patch for mining at the bottom. You also have a section that will grow some hardwood and stuff like that. Like the Four Corners is basically a mix of the forest, the standard, the riverland, and I would say probably the hilltop, because the hilltop gives you lots of mining stuff. The wilderness, I haven't played it, but it's honestly, to me, I think it's hard, because basically just means you're gonna have monsters roaming around and you gotta kill them.
Yeah, I wonder if they eat your livestock too. I would imagine they would.
That's a good question. I don't think they do, but
oh my god, did I ask a question that Lexi doesn't know about Stardew Valley?
True, I do not know, because I've never played that one, but I can find out. Give me a second.
She's gonna go check the wiki. Yeah, as I was saying, there is a lot of streamers who stream Stardew Valley on the regular. One of my favorites is Kazzy. I had her on the podcast. You guys all know her by now because I talk about her and I love her very much. She played Stardew Valley. I also watch who else plays Stardew Valley a lot? Whisper Willow. She plays it a lot. Very Mary does. And there's a few others that play it, but there's some streamers just specifically play Stardew Valley and they try mods. And I love the fantasy mod with the towers and the white brick and everything. Really cool. Except I'm stupid and I don't know how to put on mods or whatever. So I just do all natural.
So easy. I can help you. Like you just have to install the Vortex, which is the mod manager app from Nexus, and then you just install them. You install Smappy, which is the program that's going to make you run the mods, and that's it.
Yeah, I've played Stardew Valley quite a few times on my stream. Some with Sister Chan, some with the great Lexi Lou, and Baby Bear.
Yeah, we did. We played one.
Yeah, and I played with Amy a couple of times on her channel. So, I mean, it's just something it is one of my... Dead Pulio, how you doing? Welcome on in. Buddy, did you know that Dead Pulio is a master beatboxer?
Really?
He is really good. You should check out his channel when he does music because he's amazing. But yeah, I rated him... When did I rate him? Friday. And he was doing the beatboxing thing. I was like, what? What is that? This man's got hidden talents. Anyway, now that I'm done gushing. Back to Stardew.
Yeah, I found out the no animals are hurt. The wilderness columns, which is the monsters that spawn on the wilderness farm, they go after the farmers. Oh. They don't go after the animals. And they also do not destroy any fences or anything. They mostly will just hurt you.
Oh, okay.
And they drop specific stuff, like...
Excuse me, oh my god.
Also fiber and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're very similar to those, those little black ghosts you get in 11 plus levels of the mines.
Oh, the squeaky dust balls. Yeah.
No, not the balls. The one that's like a ghost, a black ghost ball.
I'm not in the mines very much, so...
Okay. Well, they're similar to that. They're basically just ghosts made of stone.
Okay. So we talked about the different types of farms. That's the basic. So if you're just starting out Stardew Valley, I'd probably recommend the standard farm to start out with. I mean, if you're YOLO, like most of my friends are, you just go with whatever you go with. But standard is best for just starting out with farming. And
yeah, it gives you more space if you want to if you want to customize stuff. Standard is better because you have room to make it however you want without having things on the map that you can't change, and you have to work around them. Like the forest has the little lake, and it has those grass patches. There's no way you can work around. I mean, the patches are a bit easy to work around. You just put tiles on them, and you can use that area for putting stuff that you want there, or just put vases. But overall, there's not much you can do when it comes to the lakes areas, for example. So yeah, standard is better because it gives you a bit more of leeway to work however you want and customize and decorate.
Very true.
However your heart desires.
Yes, that's another thing. You can decorate how you want to. I love it. I love it. You can put this there and this there, which is why I keep restarting. It's like, nah, That's a dumb thing. Instead of destroying it or moving it, you know what I do? I just start over. I'm ridiculous. I'm a ridiculous human being.
No,
But
you're
anyhow,
not.
yes,
No,
I
you're
am.
not.
You know I am. Be quiet.
Ma'am. I
Okay,
will
next
book your
after
note.
you pick your farm, you definitely want to figure out what. I mean, you can really do whatever you want because that's what kind of the game is. But the best thing would be to pick a path where you're gonna go farming, fishing, mining, combat, or relationship. The social train I have yet to try to get all the relationships and everything with everybody.
So
I
hard.
usually befriend 2 people and that's it. I don't usually make any more effort besides Emily and George. But
True. Best. Yeah.
but I do like the farming. The farming is fun. Fishing, like I said, I like. Mining, I could be without, and combat, I can do without. And the relationships, I'm absent-minded, so I always forget the birthdays and things like that. But the farming is. Oh, I forgot foraging. Foraging, you can do all the foraging too. I forgot about that. Listed it on the thing here. See, my brain is old. You have to excuse me. But I do enjoy the farming and the fishing. The farming, farming, and the fishing. Those are my favorite things. How about you, Lexi Lou?
Mine are foraging and farming and mining and a bit of combat. I like everything except fishing. I don't like fishing.
The fishing
I really
is
don't
such
like
fun.
It's not. It's fun if you have a mod. Don't let Baby Bear.
Don't let
Hear me.
Baby Bear hear
But-
you say that because that's the master fisherman right there. Master fisherman.
True.
But
like I hate fishing. I love everything else. I'm great at everything else, but fishing without a mod, nah,
it's like
not
nah.
happening. Not
So
happening.
when you do your farming, are you more into the animals or the crops?
I do more crops, but I also have animals. Like currently on my main farm, I have a farming section with a Junimo hut there, where I plant lots of stuff. Mostly I plant stuff that I can turn into jams or wines or stuff like that. Same thing with the greenhouse. Everything that's in there can be turned into jams or wines. And then the animals, I have a bit of everything. The only animal I don't really like is the pigs.
Pigs.
Yeah, they're cute and all, but like, they're not really useful.
You think of
Because all
truffles.
they give you is truffles.
But truffles are good.
I mean, you can make oil out of them, but that's about it. And they don't sell for much.
I didn't realize I made a pun with my title. My jam game, and I like to jam. But I was like, I just sat there and thought about it. I was like, oh man, I did a pun and nobody even said anything about it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm all right. But
There.
yeah.
Cute, I like.
All right.
I especially love the emotes. Like the emotes. Oh god, they're so cute.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a different path you can take. You can take one and just stick with it, or you can go all 3. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you're like me and you want to get the perfection score,
fine,
which
excuse
is
me.
like 100%, you're gonna do them all.
Lexi's
Whether you
looking
want
to
to or not.
platinum this game. She will platinum it eventually.
I will probably when I'm an old lady, because that's the only time I'm gonna get money for. I'm gonna get the money to buy that.
She's
goddamn
trying for the
clock.
clock right now, so we'll get into that later.
God.
The achievements in platinuming Stardew Valley, because Stardew Valley has massive replayability. You can play it over and over and over.
You can, well, I don't. I saw someone like there's some mods that let you fast forward a couple of years. Someone tried to see the most years you could play,
Mm-hmm.
and people went up to 200 years and stuff like that. But the game just
Wow.
lets you keep on playing. You can play. It doesn't end. The only thing that you can consider an ending is when you do the perfection, you get a cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
A special cutscene, basically. But even after that cutscene, you can keep on playing. Like, just keep on. You can keep on doing it for how many years you want. It doesn't end.
Yeah, that's a good part about that. And every time you restart and start a new farm, it's a different experience because you don't do everything exactly the same. You know what I mean? So it's got a lot to offer. This little game, this little pixelated RPG farming game, so
Right,
amazing.
made by just one dude. Like the dude did everything. He did the drawings, he did the music, he did the dialogues, he did the characters, he did the storyline, he did the quests, the items. Like, wow.
Like one dude. Did you get sleep, dude? Did you get sleep,
Right?
Mr.
Like,
Concerned Abe?
and then he goes on, releases a whole update with a whole new world, and he's like, "You don't have to pay me." And I'm like, "Sir, people are paying 50 euros for like a Sims 4 game pack that gives you 3 new pants and a town, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me pay you."
Yes, please.
I felt
We want to
so
pay you for
guilty.
your artistry.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt so guilty when I
Mhm.
saw that update because
Mhm.
I was like, no, I am going to buy something. So I went and checked what could I buy from him, and I bought the Stardew Valley soundtrack on
Mhm.
Steam.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna tell you why this is ridiculous. The soundtrack is available on Spotify for free.
Mm-hmm.
But I went and I bought the soundtrack on Steam because I'm like, you're gonna take my money whether you want it or not.
See, this is what I love about you. It's like I want to pay you back for creating this wonderful game that releases me from reality that sucks most of the
Right?
time. So you're going and playing this beautiful game that came from one person's head. It's like it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, moving art. And he doesn't even know it. He's very humble about it too. That's what makes it great. He's not like EA. It's Sims. It's like, oh, I'm gonna
Right?
give you a new hairstyle, a new pair of pants, and a shirt, and you're gonna pay me $20 for it. And it's like, but why? I can get
I
that
saw
through a
someone
mod.
I saw someone do the math, and if you were to pay for every single game pack and expansion and everything else, you would be paying around over $1,000
Yeah, it's a
for the
lot.
entire Sims 4.
I don't
Like,
know.
imagine paying $1,000 for a game.
No.
Like, no, I'm not paying $1,000 for a game. Like, are you crazy?
So, I mean, I've been searching for the original Parasite Eve, and it is up to like $200 on eBay. And it's like, what? Because apparently retro games, it's like, oh, this is an old game. I can charge out the wazoo for it, and somebody's going to buy it. It's like, I'm not stupid.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
stupid.
happens. People are really banking on the retro and old stuff. Like, my boyfriend said that there are Lego sets from the late 90s, early 2000s
Mhm.
that I had as a kid. Like, they went to the trash because, like, my mom was like, I'm gonna trash all your toys. You don't play with them anymore. And I'm like, I don't care. Do whatever you want. They're selling for like $500
Mm-hmm.
Lego sets, and I'm like, why did
So,
I
the
I could be rich?
we were talking about Disney last stream. Do you know if you have the original, like, cassette, video VCR cassette, some of the originals in non-damaged, I mean, it can be well slightly used packaging, but some of those can go for $100. Like, if you have, like, 101 Dalmatians on original VCR, you could sell it on eBay
Okay,
for $100.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna make some money because I have them all.
Because people are using those as collectors because you can't get them that way anymore. I mean, we have the Beauty and the
I
Beast
have
like
a
that.
bunch.
It's like, what? Uh-oh,
I have a bunch
Cupid
of
is
them.
going to void crazy. You go, Cupid.
Like, I have a bunch
Bandit.
of those. I
But
have
yeah.
a bunch of those.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, whoa, it's like, do you know what you have? You could be sitting on a gold mine right now because it's like the people want this stuff and they can't get it anymore, you know?
Oh my god, I'm gonna go on eBay. I'm gonna make some money because I have a ton of VHSs from Disney and other TV shows and movies and stuff like that. I'm gonna make some bank.
Because Disney completely stopped making the regular cartoon animation. It's all 3D mocap stuff now. So
I'm gonna make some bank and order myself some sushi.
make some sushi. Speaking of sushi, the pharmacist was talking about sushi, and I was like, everybody in their sushi. She's like, I'm going right after working for sushi. I'm like, you just stood on your feet for like 10 hours, and now you're gonna go and eat sushi. He's like, yeah,
Yep.
I'll be sitting
I
down.
would do this time.
It's funny.
I would have
Anyway,
done
we
the
got off topic there. I
same.
apologize.
We did again. I'm sorry.
Again, we went off topic because we were talking. No, actually, we were talking about the price difference between The Sims and Stardew Valley. How
Yeah.
Stardew Valley is a much better investment, although you can't create the person. Well, you kind of can. They're pixelated, but you can.
Yeah, you kind of can. And now they're being more. He keeps on sending updates. Like I had an update pending the other day, and he said that he released some things, and if I'm not mistaken, they did like he changed something in the character creation a while ago to help it be more gender neutral. I think I am not 100% sure what it is, but I remember he fixed something like that. Like he's still fixing it. He's still adding things. Like it's amazing.
Do you hear this, game devs? I know you're not in here, but all you other game devs with these AAA games, this is what you have to aspire to. This man who created this masterpiece, and he has a huge
Actually, do you know a perfect example of why he is, in my opinion, the best game dev ever? Like when he released the latest update, one of the versions that came out,
I thought you said
one of
virgins.
yeah, I'm sorry. One of the updates
I was
that
like,
came
well,
out,
we're not talking about those right now, but if we can one till later.
we can. Like one of the patches that came out, it broke some games. Like it had a bug and it just broke the save files. People warned him right away on Twitter. He released a fix in under 2 hours and asked everyone with a broken save file to email him, and he fixed the save files for the people.
He's beautiful.
Like, the man fixed a bug in under 2 hours, and you have Sims who has broken shit for over I don't know how many months. Like, I have
like
to lock
the
all my
clawed arms
doors
babies.
and the damn doors. I have to lock all my doors because otherwise neighbors are just gonna stroll in there and go my fridge and rob my food. And I'm looking at them like,
Neighbors know better than to come into my house because I will trap them in a square and kill them.
right? Like that bug, the bug with them just entering, that thing has been going on for over a year, and EA hasn't fixed it yet. This dude fixed a bug in less than 2 hours. If that doesn't tell you how amazing it is, I don't know what does. I'm sorry. This is becoming a concerned ape sipping stream. I'm sorry. I just really love the man.
It's okay. You can love him. You can love people. You know, I mean, he is generally a humble, creative person, and it's always good to follow those instead of people who just was like, this game is satisfactory. We'll send it out. It's got bugs and glitches, and you fall through the world, or you glitch out, or you vomit when you want to see it because it has a small field of vision. And it's like, okay, and I'm gonna charge $59.99 for it.
Yeah.
How about no?
No.
How about no? Because that's just wrong, I think. Just wrong. Alright. Let's talk about the community center versus Joja.
All I have to say is that if you pick Joja, I don't like you. Sorry.
I mean, it's always, you obviously, if you are a moral human being, you want to help Pierre, even though he's closed on Wednesdays.
True. But if you complete the entire community center, he starts being open on Wednesdays. You just have to complete it all. And then he's open every day. So
it's true.
The only time I accept someone going the JoJo route is if you're trying to get the achievement, because there's an achievement for it. That's the only time I accept, and I'll be like, I understand your pain, and I'm with you in these times of suffering. But if not, I just hate you. Sorry. Nothing against you, but you suck.
Yeah, I have never gone the JoJo route. If anybody in chat has gone the JoJo route, I want to know what happens. Because I don't have the heart to not play with the little...
Oh, I know what happens. I can tell you if you want.
Tell me what happened. Oh, spoilers in chat! Please plug your ears if you haven't seen it.
Spoilers if you don't want to know what the JoJo route goes. So in 3, 2, 1, I hope you mute it. Okay, basically, if you accept the membership on the day after you go to bed, on the cutscene during the night, the community center is turned into a warehouse for Joja, and then when you go in, you have all the same sections with the same rewards you had on the community center, but instead of having to give them items, you just pay money.
Oh.
Like you just pay money on one, pay money on other, and once you pay everything, you get the same rewards. But basically, there's just a Joja Mart warehouse, and Pierre still closes on Wednesdays, and you don't get the boost in relationships you usually get with a community center. Because like the community center had some quests that would end up making you, grow closer with some people in the community. That doesn't happen since you're just giving them money. And yeah, that's about it. So you get the same rewards at the end, but you don't get like the advantages with the friendships, the relationships, and the community. It's just a warehouse, basically. It's empty on the inside. I think there's a couple of Joja Mart employees going around.
Lexi, I don't want to interrupt you, but the queen is saying you're cute in chat.
No, Queenie, you're cute.
Everybody give Queen a hug. She's suffering from the COVID virus right now.
Oh my god, you're right.
She is so sick. We need to send love to Queen so she gets better. Her and her sister, her entire family has it. So let's give her lots of hugs. I love you, Queen. I'm glad you're okay. But anyway,
we hope you get better very, 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 very fast.
Because it sucks. It sucks.
Yes.
Horrifically sucks. Anyway, yeah. I just.
Also another thing with the Joja Mart, you don't get the Junimos cutscenes.
Yeah, the Junimos.
I mean, that's like half the cuteness, right?
Nana, when did you sneak in? I'm so sorry, Lexi. I didn't even see you sneak in, Nana. How are you? I love you. Sorry, I was ranting about something at the time. I apologize. I love your face. I love all of your faces. I'm sorry. I once I get talking about a subject, I tend to go off into La La Land. And everybody knows this. You've been here for 40 minutes? Oh my god, I am a shit. I am a shit. I am so sorry. But I love you, Nana. I love your face. I haven't had the heart to give Morris my money. Is that what his name is? Morris or whatever? The guy who leads Joja?
Mm-hmm. I never done it either, but you know how I am for spoilers, so I just went and watched how it happened.
Oh. Yeah, Jacksepticeye's girlfriend. Yeah, I think she did a Joja run through. I'm gonna have to watch it to see how everything comes out.
Oh, what's his name? DeFranco. What's his name? Something DeFranco. The YouTuber guy. He actually played a Stardew, and he went to Joja Road, and then he made one of those making fun of apologies on Twitter, apologizing for going to Joja Mart and saying he's going to need to take some time to do an introspection because he thought he could change Joja from the inside, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, but
I'm probably gonna have to do it sometime if I want to actually get all the achievements on Steam, because it's one of them. But we will not talk about that. In fact, there's a regular meme on the Stardew Valley subreddit, which is basically someone showing a screenshot of the Steam achievements list without the Joja one done and being like, "Oh, look at me, I got 100%," and just pretending it doesn't exist because people don't want to do it.
I mean, why would you want to go with him anyway? He's creepy. He's got stalker vibes.
He does. He actually does.
Totally got stalker vibes. It's like, whoa, you back off with your Joja membership, okay?
Right? And it's so rude.
I came from big corporate world, Joja. I used to sit at a computer and there was a dude behind me that was dead. So, it's like, no, I don't want to deal with you. I came here because Papa, whatever you want to call your grandpa, gave me this house and this farm, and I'm just gonna chill in this little community. I wish that would happen to me. It's like, here, I leave you this house and farm in a community. You go live there, and you can live happily, growing your beets and fishing and doing whatever it is that you do, because that would be the life. All right.
True.
That would be
and
the
if
life.
you when you complete the community center on the regular um, route, the community center route, the local Jojo Mart goes out of business and he goes away. And then after, okay, spoilers again. I'm so sorry.
Put
3,
your fingers in your ears.
2,
You have not completed
1.
Stew Valley. Stew Valley? Stew Valley. I made a new game. Anyway.
Stew Valley. Okay. So basically, after that, I'm not sure when it is, but after a while, you can turn the the abandoned store, because if he leaves, the Jojo Mart just goes out of business and it's an abandoned place, completely broken. You cannot enter. I mean, you can enter, that's it. You can enter. There's a little bundle inside, the last of the bundle, because basically it's a Geronimo that got lost and he couldn't go back home. Community center, that's so adorable. There's the last bundle, and if you complete it, the little Geronimo can go home, and you're like, oh my god, he's going home. And then the old Jojo Mart gets turned into a theater, and you can go and watch movies and buy food with the people you love. You just, get a ticket, you get a ticket for them, you invite them over to the movies, and you can go, and you're all going to be watching a movie, and it's so cute.
Melly, so darling, thank you for the 100 biddies. But,
Yay, biddies!
The,
Please throw money at Lizzie.
There's a Lizzie in a pot. I love that emote. Guys, did you know that emote was made by Shotgun Jen? Just saying. It's very nice. Very, very nice. It fits. It's perfect. The Shotgun Jen. Yes, please go follow her.
Look at me knowing the handle.
I love you so much.
I was 100%
Anyway, food is love. That is the way to win over the pizza chat. Just give me some food. Or a notebook. Oh man, I got a problem. If you want to win over Lexi, witchy stuff, kitty stuff, or sushi.
Sushi is like, my boyfriend usually says that the path to my heart is paved with books, witchcraft, and sushi. And I'm like, he's not wrong.
It's true.
He's not wrong.
Very true. What was I saying?
I think we're gonna talk about the making money part, how to make money.
Oh, that's right. I sent you the list I got.
You did.
Yeah, we're talking about making money now. Making money in Stardew Valley is probably one of the important framework for your entire farm, because you need money to do things. There are several ways to do this. You can do crops, artisan good, you can fish, and you can search for minerals. I'm not sure how lucrative the mineral market is, but I know the artisan goods and the crops can get you a great deal if you know which crops to sell. Lexi Lou, will you enlighten us on which crops are the best?
Okay, so ancient fruits are like a must. They're amazing. You can plant them. They're gonna grow in a bush, so you don't need to keep on planting them. You just plant them once. Make sure there's some sprinklers next to it, and it's gonna keep on giving you lots of fruit. And you can turn that into wine. Then you grab that wine, you put it in the cellar, make sure it's aged, and then you sell it, and it sells for so much money. It's so good. I'm gonna check how much money it is, but it's it's how I've been making my money.
There's another. What was the other one? The other fruit. It's not the ancient seed. What's the other one?
The star fruit?
Not the star fruit. There's another fruit, isn't there?
Well, there's a bunch of fruits. Depends on which one you're thinking about.
The rare fruit. Thinking. I don't know the name of it. I'll come across it. I have an old brain. I have to think about it. But I know there's other things. But yeah,
let me see if I see which one you're talking about.
Yeah, the ancient fruit would probably give you the best. That one
is really good, because if you have the artisan profession, you can sell one bottle for 4K.
Whoa.
Just one bottle.
4K, you hear that, chat?
It's like if you go find some. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're meaning. You mean the sweet gemberry?
Yes, those.
Yeah, that one. Because it's gonna take you a whole season to grow. It takes literally the 24 days for it to grow. So you only have first you gotta make sure that you're gonna water it every day. So it's either next to a sprinkler or you're gone. You cannot eat it, so you can also not make anything out of it. Like you can't make any wine, you cannot make any jam. There's nothing you can do with it. You can either give it to the statue in the secret woods, that's one of the reasons why you need it, or you can just sell it. It sells for a nice price, like it sells for 3k, but also you can only get the seed in a traveling cart and you're going to pay 1k for it. So technically you're going to get like 2k profit. So mostly just get it for the star drop that you get on the statue. I usually don't get it every after that. Like I get it for the statue and then just bye bye.
Yeah, we didn't
'Cause it's
talk
not
about
worth
the
it.
star droops. The star droops. Oh my god, why am I having so much trouble today? Star drops.
The star drops. Yeah,
Mhm.
the star drops, basically you can get them from either quests or from characters. Like as much as the story goes progressing, each star drop is going to increase your maximum energy by 34 points.
Mhm.
And there's a maximum of 7 star drops. So basically, instead of having the 270 maximum energy, you at the end with the 7 star drops, you get 508, and they're all necessary for getting the perfection. I already have them all. They're pretty easy to get.
Of course you do.
They're pretty easy to get. Like one of them you can buy.
Mhm.
I think the hardest one
I know one you can get at the
is
carnival, the fall carnival thing with the wheel.
that one.
That's the only one I've ever gotten.
Wait, I think I am actually missing one. I am missing one.
She's
I
not
don't
an
have
expert.
7. I have
She's
6.
a phony. No, I'm just kidding. I love you so much.
And the funny thing is, the one that I'm missing is the one that you have to get after the fishing achievements.
Oh, go fish, damn it! It's really not
I have
that
all
bad.
of- But yeah, one of them you can buy at the fair. The other one you can buy from Krovos in the sewers. The other one you get from the mines. The other one you get from the statue. You get from donating all the items to the museum. You
Mhm.
get one from Willy after the fishing achievements. And then you have one that you get from your spouse or roommate when friendship reaches 12.5 hours.
Spouses. Yeah.
Yeah. And the fun thing with this one is it's hilarious because whenever you eat it, you get star drop and you gotta eat it. And whenever you eat it, usually there's one of two texts. One of it is it's strange, but the taste reminds you of something, and your mind is filled with thoughts of something. That something is whatever you set as a favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's hilarious because when you're creating the game, when you're playing for the first time,
You don't know that.
if you didn't go, you don't know it. So most people are gonna write some very weird things like, "What's your favorite thing?" It's my cat, and then you're gonna get the taste reminds you of your cat.
Did you see what Nana wrote in chat?
Exactly.
You should always put your loved one in the beginning of Stardew Valley because once you get to the bottom of the mine, you eat the fruit. It tastes like your loved one. That's sick, Nana.
I always put sushi. But there is a funny thing. If you write concerned ape in your favorite thing, the message actually goes with your mind is filled with thoughts of concerned ape ? And then between parentheses, well, thanks.
Aww.
It actually detects that you wrote his name, and if you do put anything that contains the word Stardew, it says you feel an unwavering connection to the valley itself.
Aww.
So it actually recognizes what you wrote in there and can adapt if you put any of these things.
But I said this game is genius. This game is pure genius, and I recommend everybody play it. It's so good. It's so good. But okay, we talked about the star drops and the crops.
We're talking about the crops.
Seasonal crops, which are the best for each season. I have trouble. I'm sorry. I lost one of my fillings. I broke one of my fillings, so I kind of lisped today, and it's driving me insane. I apologize. I have to go to the dentist, and I don't want to go because I get hives every time I go to the dentist. But yeah, it's making me lisp, so I'm kind of irritated. Continue, Lexi.
Don't worry about it. Seriously. The best crops gonna depend if you want money or if you want other things. For money, when it comes to spring, I recommend, especially when you're starting the game, for like playing for the first time, I highly recommend the green beans because the green beans
Green
normally
beans,
they're
really?
yeah, because the thing is, and this is usually why I do it, is because you don't have to keep planting them.
Mm.
Like you plant them and they'll just stick. And since they use a trellis, they will keep producing every time. You just have to make sure that you're watering them. You don't have to be like, oh, damn, okay, this one is gone, and then I'm gonna have to plant it again and stuff like that.
Did
So
you have a
honestly,
notebook when you first started that you listed all of the crops that you're going to plant and your plan of action? Because I did that.
yeah, yes.
I was such a nerd. I was like, I'm
And
going to
especially
plant
with what I was
cauliflower
listening to
because
the
it gives me the
community
most
center.
money.
In the community center, I would be like, okay, I'm missing this and this and this, and then going to the wiki and being like, okay, where can I find this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think I still have that notebook somewhere around here.
Me too. Me too. I don't like to get away from or throw away notebooks if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, me neither.
I've got a
Yeah,
problem.
if you actually like for more money, the one that gives the more money guaranteed is the cauliflower,
Mhm.
definitely. Or the rhubarb. The rhubarb is pretty nice too. When
But
it
you don't
comes
get
to
that
giving
right
you
away,
money.
right? The rhubarb? Yes.
No,
That's
you get
year
the one
two.
from the oasis. Depends. It's after you open the desert. Because you
Oh,
buy it from
okay.
the.
Okay.
So yeah, for year one, there'll be either the cauliflower or the green bean, with with the advantage that the green bean can be used for the spring crops, which the cauliflower also can, and it keeps on just giving. You don't have to plant it again, and you just have to invest that first money in the seeds. While the cauliflower seeds, you're gonna have to keep buying them.
Okay.
Since you gotta keep planting them. For summer, um, personally, I plant a lot of hops because you can turn them into.
We can talk about melons. No lewdness there.
Melons.
Melons, but yeah.
Usually, I go with either hops or hot peppers because you can turn them into.
I love.
drinks.
For some reason, I love planting a buttload of hot peppers. They make the
Hot peppers
best
are really
jams,
nice.
man, and Harvey loves them. So I just like here, Harvey. Harvey loves his jams, man. He's a spicy doctor.
And the hops can be turned into pale ale, which you can then add like after playing for a while. You can, and you have the cellar. You can put it there so it actually gets old, and you can then sell
It's
it for
old.
more money.
It gets
Yeah.
old.
Give it to Pam. This likes to get
Give
drunk.
it to Pam. Yes, the Stardew Valley's only bus driver is a drunk.
Yeah.
It's better that if you
100%.
walk where you're gonna go. Yeah, I haven't seen a cop in Stardew Valley, so that's probably why she's still driving the bus.
I don't think there's cops in Stardew Valley. I haven't seen any.
Yeah, there should be.
But after year one, I recommend either melon or the red cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
The red cabbage sells for a lot.
I don't think I've ever planted red cabbage.
They sell for a lot. There's not much you can do with them besides, cooking. You kind of like make them into stuff, but
Oh, we didn't talk about cooking either. We'll have to talk about that in a minute.
oh yeah, like star fruits are nice, especially because you can use them in a quest and also to start saving them for the Genoma hut, which is basically a building that you can create from the wizard. And basically you will have Genomas that will harvest stuff for you. It's really nice. Saves you the trouble of having to go and harvest everything and stuff like that. When it comes to fall, I would go with probably...
I love pumpkins, that's just me. But anyway, go ahead,
Yeah.
sorry.
Same. I go for the pumpkins, honestly, and also the grapes for the same reason, because you get the trellis, so they'll just keep producing.
Mm-hmm.
The
There is a thing,
cranberries
though,
are
with
nice
any
too.
of the trellis fruits, you can make sure that you put space in between them.
Oh, yeah. You always put space. If they're bushes, that's okay, because you can just run over bushes. If they're trellis, you have to leave space, otherwise you just back.
Yeah, it's not going to work otherwise, yeah.
Winter.
Winter.
Nothing, really. You can't plant anything. I mean, you can plant winter seeds, but they just give you the forage plants, so...
I make a lot of crystal fruit wine. I get bored, and I like making wine. So, I make a lot of crystal fruit wine.
I love making wine, and I love also the ancient fruit. But the ancient fruit is similar to the gem, the fact that it takes the whole season to grow. It takes you 28 days for it to grow. And after those 28 days, it's going to give you stuff every 7 days. But it sells for a lot, and if you make the wine, it sells for a lot. And if you just put it in your greenhouse, which is what I did, mine is in my greenhouse. Oh, that's so good. Gives you so much money. It's amazing. I love it.
Yes.
It's how I'm making all the money to
the
fund
greenhouse.
my weird ass clock.
Weird ass clock. Yes, we will get to your weird ass clock, and you can rant about it in like 2 minutes. It's so expensive. Yes, everything in Stardew Valley is crazy expensive. Everything is crazy expensive. You don't get a lot of money back from everything, but everything is crazy expensive.
Also, then I don't know if you want to talk about the 2 crops you get from the.
Darling, I can't remember all the shit that goes into Stardew Valley, so if I forget something, just jump in and tell me.
Well, you got the island. The latest update gave access to the Ginger Island, which is basically a whole new place with a bunch of quests and new NPCs and new stuff. And from there, you have new crops like the pineapple and the taro root. The pineapple is so nice. Like
pineapple is nice. I haven't played the new expansion.
It's really nice because the pineapple, like, and I say this as someone who in real life is allergic to pineapples.
You're allergic to pineapple? Oh, that suck.
I am allergic to pineapples.
That suck.
And kiwi too.
I'm allergic to strawberries.
Kiwi and oh god, I would die. I love strawberries.
It makes my stomach feel like I just ate a cinder block. It's disgusting.
Yeah, pineapple and kiwi, they give
kiwi
me
too. Oh man.
Yeah, they make little cuts in my mouth, and it's so annoying. Especially because for some reason, most sushi places love putting pineapple and kiwi on sushi, and I'm like,
really?
I'm here for the fish, not here for the fruit. Please don't put pineapple on my sushi.
Don't.
It's really annoying.
Do not besmirch my sushi with your pineapple. just get it away. Get it away.
But yeah, like the pineapple in the game is really good because it takes 14 days to grow. Usually, if you plant it on your farm, you can only grow in summer. But Ginger Island is constantly in summer. Like you can plant it all year long.
Oh.
And it also grows in the form of a bush. So you don't have to plant it again. And each pineapple sells for 300 gold. If it's the minimum. It's so good. I love it. You just make money out of that. Like, just give me money.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to plant is the sunflowers.
Sunflowers are so nice.
I put them around the beehives. So much good. It's just so pretty. Oh yeah,
then the beehives will make specific honey depending on what kind of flowers they have access.
Yes, you taught me that.
Honey, yeah. Like if you have specific flowers, it will make honey out of those flowers. If it doesn't have any flowers, it will just make wild honey.
But the when they're enhanced with the pollen or whatever, they cost more when you sell them, which is awesome.
Yeah, if they're specific for certain plants, it's gonna give you more money.
I think the fairy blossom or whatever, fairy rose is the most expensive honey.
I think so too. Yeah, I haven't been in a spring/summer game in a bit, but if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Also, I forgot to say, cauliflower, melon, and pumpkin can grow into a giant crop.
Yes, if you put them in a certain pattern, right?
Yeah, it's a 3x3 pattern.
I did that once. Nice. I got a gigantic pumpkin, and I was screaming, "Why is there a gigantic pumpkin in my crops?" And then I hit it, and 12 pumpkins came out. I was like, "Yeah, bitch!"
Surprises. It's so nice. I love it.
Yeah, there's lots of interesting little hidden secrets and surprises, but we'll get on to that in a bit because there's some fun shit that goes on in Stardew Valley. So, then what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else, but I fucking got off track. It was about the seasons. Each season has its appeal for each farmer. You know, my favorite season is fall and winter. Winter is when I do all of my cleanup work, where I clean up the farm I have. I start talking to people and doing all my social stuff and do more foraging because there's really nothing to do in winter since you can't plant. So I don't like going into the mine, so then I'll just do all of my cleanup work. But fall with the little Halloween festivities and everything. It's like, yes, it's like me in real life. I get all geeked on Halloween and stuff, but it had it in game. It's like, yes, yes. And the music is so good in fall and in winter. It's like, yes, yes. 10 out of 10 score.
They're my favorite. They're my favorite too.
Of course they
Especially
would be.
fall. I love fall.
Yes, it's really, really good. Really, really good. Ouch. All right, so you have all your basic things for how you make money on that. I mean, you can do... So do you do your farms in little squares, or do you do strips? You know what I mean? You do like 3x3 plots, or you do straight lines? Because I do straight lines when I do farms.
Usually I'll make them, I will build them around the sprinklers. I'll make count of the sprinkles and then I'll make them. Right now, in my current farm, I have this big square section with the Junima hut in the middle and then a bunch of sprinklers. Like you have 3 sprinkles on top, 3 in the middle, 3 down. And then I just plant in squares around the sprinkler so that every plant that is around the sprinkler can get water. So I don't have to water them at all. They'll just take care of themselves. Because I'm very lazy. So if I can automatize my work, I will. So I hired a bunch of Junimas that will work for me.
She meant to say slaves there. Did you hear that? She wanted to say slaves.
I'll get some nice Junimos to work.
They're generous. They work for me. I pay them in trinkets.
I do not know. I don't even have an idea if you can pay them, honestly. But yeah, basically just make them work and they will take care of everything, basically. It's great.
It's great. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next topic, which is relationships. So there is a variety of bachelors and bachelorettes in Stardew Valley. There is a set of characters that you cannot marry or romance because they're already attached. Like Robin is already attached, and a few others are already attached. But here is the list as follows. There's Alex, narcissistic jerk. Elliot, who's very flamboyant and is a writer because writers are always flamboyant and say things they don't need to say because they just like the words. We have Harvey, my usual choice because I love nerds. We have Sam, Sebastian, Shane, who's a dick. We have Abigail, who has gorgeous purple hair. Emily, Haley. I'm sure there's an entire fan club dedicated to Haley, but I hate her. And there's Leah, Maru, and Penny. Those are the main ones. What's that?
I hate Penny.
You hate Penny?
Everyone's gonna kill me, but I hate Penny. She's so annoying.
Penny annoys you. Isn't she related?
Yeah, she's the daughter of Pam.
Yeah.
And she lives in a trailer, but like the thing that annoys me in Penny is that so she comes from an abusive past, and throughout the story, as you go, gaining a relationship with her, you're gonna learn that she has to deal with the drunken mother and the lack of liberties and stuff like that. And you get empathy. Like you're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and I want to make it up for you and stuff like that. So you marry her, right? But she's still fucking depressed all the time.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, just go to a therapist. Jesus.
Go to Harvey. He can help you.
Like, even if you marry Penny for 5 years, she's been with you, and she's still complaining about her drunk mother, and you're like, man, you've been living with me for 5 fucking years. We have 2 kids. Can you shut up about my mother-in-law?
Yep.
She cannot. She does not shut up.
I've only married Harvey. Harvey is a great husband, by the way. He's a great and loving husband. Emily is also a great and loving partner. If you marry Emily,
amazing.
I have not married Shane, but I hear there is a story with a blue chicken.
There is. I've married. I've only married Emily and Elliot, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Shane is the one that I think has a more fleshed out story because you go through his alcoholism and how he depends. There's even almost like a kind of suicide attempt in a way in his story. And in the end, you actually help him overcome alcoholism, and he becomes an actually, normal person with no vices and stuff like that. But the blue chicken, he loves chicken, and you don't need to marry him for that. You just need to get, I think it's 7 hearts of friendship with him. I think. Let me make sure, but I think it's 7. And he lets you have access to his blue chickens, and you can basically get blue chickens. They work exactly like all other chickens, but they're blue.
It's really cool. I think Baby there had that in our farm. Blue
No,
chickens.
it's 8 hearts. After eight hearts, he shows you the chickens, and then after this, each chicken that you buy from Marnie and each egg that hatches in the incubator has a 1 in 4 chance of being blue. They're exactly like white chickens. The eggs are the same, just they're blue.
It's cool. It's cool. I really, really, really wanted to marry Elliot, but his tastes are really expensive. I think he likes
Oh my god, right?
the lobster and shit, and it's like, dude, my fishing ain't that high. So please, you and if yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Him and Leah are the hardest ones because they like expensive stuff.
Yeah, he likes
Or like
pomegranates and like lobsters and sushimi, I think.
squid. Yeah, and the squid ink and the duck feathers and all of that is stuff that you get more in a late game and not necessarily early game. Same with Leah. She likes like goat cheese and stir fries and truffles and wine. You're not gonna get this in your first year. Probably, depending, like the goat cheese and stuff, you might get it on your second year. But for Elliot, for example, most of these things are gonna require you either fish a lot or you mine a lot. Because the squid ink, for example, you can get it from the squid kids in the mines.
Mm-hmm.
It can also be produced by squids in the fish ponds, but it's a bit harder. Usually you get it more from the squid kids, which is that huge pink face monster you can fight in the mines. They
Mhm.
show up like 100 levels above, like 100 plus. So they're hard to get. Like those two, I think, are the hardest one because they're so picky with their damn.
Yeah, they're so picky.
Yeah.
But my favorite person to befriend is George. His story is so sad, and it makes sense why he's a grumpy bastard. He's a grumpy old bastard,
True.
and there's a reason why he is. But if you get to know him, then you're like, oh, poor
His
George.
wife is adorable too.
I love George, okay? Anybody, you can say whatever you want about George. It's like, yeah, I always befriend him. Even if I don't befriend anybody else in Stardew Valley, it's George. George and Emily. Everybody else I could care less about. You know what I mean?
I love his wife. I love Evelyn. His
Evelyn?
wife, she's amazing.
Yeah. She is so cute, Granny. You can call me Granny, dear. You give her the flowers. Just don't give her poppies or whatever. She hates them. Or tulips. One of the
Yeah.
two. And she is like, okay. That's a thing, too. And when you're trying to build a relationship with these characters, you have to give them gifts and things like that. And sometimes if you give them the wrong gift, they say bad things to you. It's like, yeah, I don't like it. You know? It's like, okay. But it's a really strange dynamic of the game, and it just gives it flavor. Each of these characters has a very distinct past and profile, and I love it. You know what I mean? It's not a carbon copy of anything there. It just feels real. It feels real.
Yeah. Even when you get the movie theater, when you invite people to go and check, like there's going to be different movies that are going to be exhibiting, and you're going to have different foods available, and each character likes certain movies and certain foods. So even when you go with them to the movies, you're gonna have to know their tastes and what they're gonna like, so you can choose a movie that they will like and a food that they will enjoy. Like it makes you have to either do like myself and have the wiki open at all times, or actually get to know them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really nice. And then all of them, one of the things I love is that all of them have, like, at first when you look at them, they seem like pretty, standard characters, very cliche and stuff like that. But once you start actually talking to them and learning more about them, each and every one of them has such a fleshed out story, and
Yes.
like they
Hmm.
all have problems and backstories and reasons why they are the way they are, why they talk the
No
way they
Mary
talk.
Sue's in this bunch. Mm-mm. No Mary Sue's.
Nope,
We're trying to do
nope.
away with the Mary Sue. Please don't do it anymore.
They're so amazing. Like, and not just the marriage, like the marriage candidates, the bachelors and the bachelorettes. You know, concerning you could have just given those the fleshed out stories and just don't care about the others. But all of them are so nice. All of them have such, stories, and you'll learn about them and you find out what they like, what they don't like about their lives. Like, there's even, it's so fleshed out that even fans have theories about stuff like the Abigail being the daughter of the wizard theory and stuff like
Makes
that.
sense. She's got purple hair.
Right, and camera, and there's this little snippet of dialogue that you can get. I am not sure if it's Caroline that says it or Abigail or if it's the wizard, but basically it's implied that Caroline used to spend a lot of time in the wizard tower.
Mm.
So it kind of implies that they had a thing going on, but it was never any confirmation. But it's really funny.
And there's lots of things in the mayor and Marnie and all that.
Oh, those two are amazing. The amount of cutscenes that you can find as you develop the relationship, because then you got special cutscenes when you start developing the relationship with the characters,
Mm-hmm.
and you can actually have an impact on their stories. Like Linus's, for example, the way you treat him is going to influence
Oh,
if he is going to
Linus.
give you stuff or not. And Marnie, there's a moment where you basically have the chance to be like, there's this, you catch a conversation between Lewis and Marnie, and Lewis is basically saying he will never admit publicly that he likes Marnie because he doesn't want to give a bad image when it comes to his, being the president of Pelican Town.
Mayor.
So, mayor is, I'm sorry. Like he doesn't want to give a bad image of
He's a
his
creeper.
position, so he will never publicly assume that he's in a relationship with her. And you get to criticize him. You can just be like, "Yeah, you're an idiot."
Yeah.
You can. There's this little cutscene. I think it's when you're at a certain level with both of them. Um, I'm not sure when it is, but there's a cutscene that you can actually tell them. And then you have the whole thing with the mayor shorts, which is just amazing.
Yeah. It's just so good. Just the whole thing is good. Oh. Okay.
So,
Multiplayer. Talking about multiplayer now.
Multiplayer is really nice. We've played a lot, me and you, with different people, and Nana played with us too, and Lunar and Red and Amy. It's so nice. It gives you the chance to progress faster. It gives you the chance to play with your friends. You can marry your friends.
Like
You
I always
can-
say, it's better to play with friends than with yourself.
True. It's so fun. Like multiplayer, I'm not sure if multiplayer is available on all. I know it's not available on phone. I don't think it's available on Switch yet. I think.
I will
Not sure.
eventually get a Switch because Animal Crossing looks fun.
True. But like it's so nice playing with friends, and it, each person is gonna have an ability to do something in game that's gonna be like, I like foraging, you like fishing, someone might like mining and stuff like that. So it really gives you the chance to play the game and explore just the parts that you like without having to lose the progress of the other parts that you don't like, because your friend's going to be doing that and they're going to be having fun while you're having fun doing what you like doing. It's so nice.
It is. It's. I mean, it's. You can farm. You can hang out. You can chat. You can give each other gifts. It's like, hey, I'll give you this fish. Why? Just because.
Yeah. And then you have the emotes. Like if you press the Y on your computer, you can just, have emotes and little hearts and smiles on top of your character to interact with your friends while you're playing. It's so
Mhm. Yeah, it's so weird. But yeah, I've played with a bunch of different people. Me and my husband have a game. He's has a very specific way he does his farming, and we kind of butt heads about that. It's like, okay, you can lay it out, and I'll plant all the seeds, and I'll go fish while you go mine because I don't want to go in the mine. I hate it because I die and I lose my shit. And then it's like, oh yay, I go down and explore some more, and I die and I lose my shit, and I get mad. So sometimes I forget what time it is, and then it's like the time is running out, and then I pass out, and then lose my shit again. It's like, Harvey, stop stealing my shit. But yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Like even when you're married to him, he steals your shit.
Mhm. It's like
Like
I sleep with you. Why you gonna steal my shit? But yeah.
right? Like, sir, I make your lunch. I can poison you if
Make your
I want.
lunch. I love that. But yes, if you guys haven't tried multiplayer, definitely do that. Um, yeah, my favorite is to do the four corners if you're gonna play multiplayer. Gives you more variety and lots of
Yeah, and with
space.
lots of space, and you have a bit of everything in the farm. So if people like mining, they can already get a head start in it before actually having access to the mines, because you only get access to the mines after a couple of days, because they have to take the boulder off. Like I think it's 3 or 4 days. But if you start either with the hilltop or the four corners, you already get a bit of access to some ores in the little down area with where you can mine. It's really nice.
Yeah. And you can also make them do the shit that you don't want to do. It's like
Which
I
is what
don't.
I do with fishing.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to do it. Please, please, can you do that? And like baby bear, hey, I caught an eel on my first day. You did what?
Right? How?
It's like, what is wrong with you? It's like, oh my god, shit, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. Yeah, everybody will have their strengths and weaknesses, but
Yeah, that's
it.
why it's great to play the multiplayer. And also, if I'm not mistaken, the perfection also works in multiplayer. Will show there's a single perfection score that's shared across all players. So basically, like you don't have, like imagine you have to fish every fish, right? You have to catch every fish, includes legendary fish. Not every, if you're playing in a team of four, for
Mhm,
example, like we used to play,
mhm,
that doesn't mean that all of us have to fish all the fishes. Like Lunar can fish all the fishes. I can harvest and ship
mhm,
all the crops. You can craft all the items,
mhm.
and it's really nice. Like
It's well balanced, is what we're gonna say. It's very well balanced.
yeah, and it gives you the chance to play with your friends, which is like the best part of it all.
Yes. You can chat on Discord, you can chill, play some Stardew, because we're all about chilling and good vibes, you know what I mean? You need a game
Yes.
with good vibes. So sometimes you don't want to go and shoot zombies in the face. I know that's weird for me to say that. But
But I mean, even then, you can shoot. Yeah, I mean, they're not technically zombies, but you can still shoot things in the face and start.
yeah, you can chop them. Chop them and hit them with the
True.
slingshot. Just don't hit your neighbors with the slingshot. They don't like it.
Unless it's spam.
Unless it's spam, yeah. But yeah. All right, Lexi, it's going to get to the fun part. Secrets
Present
and
tips.
tips.
Okay, so
One tip
tips.
that I will give is keep one of everything.
Yes, 100%. Because even if you think you're not gonna need it, you're gonna
You
need it.
will. You'll need it.
Especially when you get to like when winter comes and you're like, oh, I'm gonna sell everything because I don't need it, and next year I'll have access to stuff, and then you get a little letter in the mail telling you that you're gonna need to gift something to someone, and you're like, oh shit.
I should have kept that.
Yeah. Keep one of everything. Or like usually what I do is I keep, but depending on the item, if it's easy to get or not, I'll keep between 5 and 10 of
Mhm.
each. Because that way if I need one, or 2, I have them, but I'm also not going to be without them. So I'll make between 5 and 10, not more than that. Don't be like me, who, as Lizzie can attest, because that happened, had 300 coffee beans in a chest.
or
300.
or we can talk about the Miss Veggie power up. I know you guys know about Veggie because I sing her praises constantly. She's also another cozy streamer, by the way. But Veggie, when I was playing a farm with Veggie, she took all of our money and
Oh my
she
God.
bought potatoes with it. All of
Oh
it.
God.
All of it. So we
I
had
mean,
like 2,000 gold and she's bought potatoes with it. It's like, Veggie, you took all of our money. You bought potatoes. She's like, but potatoes are good. You can't be mad at Veggie. So we just went along with it. It was so good, though. It was so good. You make mistakes in Stardew Valley, and some of them come back to haunt you, like the dino egg incident.
the dino. That's what I was gonna say. The dino egg. I think it's the mistake that most of us. That and the prismatic shard.
Do you guys
Everyone
want to
does
hear the
that.
story about the dino egg? Do you
Please
want to
tell
hear
them.
my
It's
story?
amazing.
All right, I'm going to tell the story about the dino egg. So, one of my many playthroughs of Stardew Valley, I was progressing pretty well. I had a very nice farm. I had piggies and chickens and whatever. I was like, yeah, I got 26,000 gold. I'm good. And then I was like, what is this egg on the ground? I was like, oh, this is cool. I got a dino egg. I can take it back and put it in my incubator. I go back home, and I was going to put it in the storage container because it was getting late. But instead of putting it in a storage container, I ate it. Yep, I swallowed that bitch whole like a snake. I was like, you know how long it took me to find that fucking egg and I just ate it? I was like, oh man. I had to stop playing Stardew for a month or two after that because of the shame. The pure shame of eating that dino egg. That's
Or
my story.
when you accidentally sell a prismatic shard and then you sell another 1 or 2 things after and you can't go back and you're like,
Like, no.
what did I do?
No. But the egg shame. I just went cloak. It's like, no. I can't uneat things.
The misclick pain is real in Stardew.
It's so
real.
bad. It is so bad. Because the dino eggs are rare.
Oh god. And like, but the thing is, when you're starting to want them, they're rare.
Mhm.
But after you get the first and you give it to the museum, and after like, I've had a couple of dino eggs. I don't have dinos because I don't have a realistic farm.
Mhm.
But like, I already have eggs. I
Mhm.
was playing in the Skull Cavern because I really wanted to get some prismatic shards for a quest. I got to this level, one of these rooms, that it was basically a forest within the caverns. They're very rare to show up, and it had like 5 or 6 dinosaurs. I was looking at them like, "Are you seriously? Are you kidding me? Like when I wanted you, you were nowhere to be found, and I have like 5 or 6 in front of me, and I gotta kill you." It's like the game knows. They know.
It's not good. It mocks you. Okay,
It
so
does.
yeah, I just wanted to tell you about my dino experience. So some secrets and tips. Let's go with secrets first. So there's the witch and the fairy.
There's the witch, the fairy. There's a bunch of random events that can happen in the game that are gonna give you some.
Give us some
Like,
background. Give us some background.
yeah, they're gonna give you like some stuff. Like give me a second so I can pull up the entire list because I want to make sure I'm not gonna forget any of them. You have the earthquake, which is going to be one of the first. It happens on the 3rd of summer in year 1. That's going to give you the railroad area,
Words are
which
hard.
also gives you access to the spa. You can call it a spa. Basically, it's like a pool. You get the crop fairy. Basically, there's a 1% chance of it happening if it's not raining. Basically, the event's going to choose 100 random terrain features, and if one of them is a crop, basically it's going to fully grow all crops in a 5x5 area. You also have the witch, which another is again 1% chance. Basically, it's going to go over a coop. Or I think it also can happen. Yeah, slime hutch. Coop or slime hutch. And it's gonna turn the coop into a void egg. And if it's a slime hutch, all the slimes turn black. Then there's the meteorites, which is also a 1% chance. Basically, you get a meteorite. You know, there you get a little pop up that says an explosion was heard in the night. And you just know you're gonna have a fucking huge ass rock until you have a gold
That sucks,
pickaxe
man.
or
Mine was right in
something
the center of
better.
my farm. It's like, now what am I gonna do?
It always chooses the worst place to fall. I am 100% sure of that because it's always going to be a bother because you're going to be looking at that for God knows how much until you can actually get a gold pickaxe, which is going to be hard because you're going to need to get gold and then you're going to have to convert the gold into bars and then you have to go and pay for it to be upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Then there's two events that also happen. They used to be super, super, super rare, like once in every 200 gain years chance. But with the last update, it actually it, it improved a lot, and now it's very common. You usually get it like in year 1 or 2, which is the strange capsule, which is basically an alien. It's a little capsule. There's something fleshy bobbing around, and after I think it's about 3 days, uh, it becomes an empty capsule because a part of the glass is shattered. So basically, it's like if you have a strange capsule with an alien and something hits uh, but in this case, something that's inside the alien being on the inside breaks the capsule and runs away. Nothing else happens. It's just decor, but it used to be pretty nice because it was really, really rare. Now it's not really. It usually happens once in a save file. The stone owl. It's the other event that used to be really, really rare, but not so much anymore. This one can spawn more than once. I have like 3 or 4 of these since the new update came. It's literally the statue of a stone owl.
Mm.
These two used to be really fun because they used to be really rare, but now they're not. So, but they're cute anyways. At least, unless you get like 5 of these, then they're not fun.
Hmm.
Then you can have wild animal attacks. Also, that's another thing. If you accidentally leave your coop or your barn with the door closed and an animal on the outside, you hear a sound of dogs play, and you can have either one animal basically disappears, and all others are like very scared and stressed the other day because one of them got eaten.
Hmm.
And I think those are the main events, like secret random events that can happen.
Okay. So there's a deal with a bear in the secret woods, right?
Oh yeah, the bear. The bear happens after year 3, I think. Basically on the down area of the map where there's the Marnie farm, which is the Cindersap forest, where it's we was housed in the tower and the car shows up, everything else. At the end, almost near the sewer entrance, there's a bear that shows up. He shows up after when is it? Year 3. Okay, I was right. Year 3. He gives you basically he will ask you for 4 items. They can be either food, fish, or forage.
Mm-hmm.
There's no time limit. You just have to give them. After you give it everything, he will clean up the entire map. He will clean up the beach. He will clean up the whole ocean side that you see in that map. He will clean up the doghouse in the Pelican Town. He cleans up everything. His name
Doghouse.
is literally the Trash Bear.
I wanted to ask you about the doghouse because I never even noticed that occasionally you can see the red eyes peeking out.
You can. But when you upgrade it, the doggo just sits on the outside. It has a ball and a water bowl and a food bowl.
I didn't know
and
you
just
could upgrade
chilling.
it. What?
Yeah, because when you do this Trash Bear, he's going to upgrade the dog pen. And he also removes all that trash and tires in front of Pam's house. That gets cleaned up too. the entire town gets cleaned up.
I never knew that he actually upgraded.
Yeah, because you have to do this thing with the bear, and it's a bit hard. I'm not gonna lie, especially because he doesn't say what he wants. He shows you a picture, and you're just looking at this little tiny picture, and you're like, "What the fuck are you?"
What are you doing? I don't know. But yes, do you know of any other secrets? What else is there?
Basically, you have the perfection secret.
Mhm.
If you reach 100% of the game, there's a tracker in game. When
Mhm.
you in Ginger Island, you can get to after you've gone to the desert, you're gonna meet this character named Mr. Key. After doing some quests for him, he's in the casino in the desert area. When you reach Ginger Island, you're gonna have access to his room. You're gonna have to pay a couple walnuts, which is basically a currency that you're gonna unlock when you get to the island, to open the room. And after you open the room, you can get some special quests from him inside that room. But also, you can see the perfection tracker, which shows you what you need to hit 100% score within the game. There's a bunch of things that are required, but at the end you get a bunch of special stuff. You get a special statue that's going to give you one prismatic shard a day. You get a special hat. You get a special stone carving above Grandpa's shrine, and you get a special cutscene.
I love my trash can hat. I always get the trash can hat.
Those are hard to get. Did you know that? Those are actually a bit hard to get.
By looking at our 21 trash cans? No, I'm always looking at the trash cans.
But even looking at all the trash cans, there's still a possibility that it won't show up.
Yeah, I'm always...
Did you know that?
No, my main goal is always to get the trash can hat, because it's like, yeah, that's my jam, buddy. Have you noticed that the captions are only captioning what you say and not what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, look. It's just yeah. Hey, it says my name.
I was gonna say that. Why is it saying your name?
What is my... Hey, how did you know? What? Why are you saying my name? Why are you calling me out, captions? I don't know what's up with that. Creepy. It's kind of like Google.
But yeah, okay. Basically, you have a 0.2% chance of it happening after opening 20 garbage cans. So you gotta open 20, and after that, at each one you open, you have 0.2% chance. Just so you know, on this 7-year farm, I've never gotten.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. I've been opening trash cans and I still haven't gotten.
Speaking of Shotgun Jen, there she is. Hi, Jen.
Yay, kitty.
Welcome to our Stardew rambling. Very quiet, very chill.
Very nice.
With our soothing music in the background. You've been cleaning. Oh, child, please sit down. Have a pizza. Speaking of pizza, I think my husband's cooking a pizza.
God. You're gonna make me hungry.
Mm-hmm. It's so good, man. So good. I can smell it. I smell the sauce. Yes, that's Lexi Lou. Oh, yes, that's Lexi. Lexi joined me today for the podcast. Yes.
C'est moi.
I think you've joined me for quite a few podcasts, right?
The Witcher one.
2 podcasts and lots of games.
Lots of games, yes.
Stardew usually.
Yes.
Lexi doesn't like scary games, but she does like Stardew Valley. So if I can include her, I will.
the only time I accept poopy games is if I'm watching Lazy stream them.
Yeah, I don't know
which is
why
hilarious
that is.
because I don't play scary games. I don't like scary games. But for example, Resident Evil 2, I know pretty much all the gameplay due to how many times I've seen Wizzy play it.
I am sorry. I love it. I can't stop playing it.
Don't apologize. It's great. I like it.
It's part of my genre now, you know? It's horror and Resident Evil because I can't stop playing it.
I love watching you play. I just could never play myself because I'm scared.
It's not scary.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's really scary.
No, Fatal Frame is scary.
That one's also scary.
That's really scary. But anyway, we're talking about Stardew Valley. Now we're talking about the secrets and tips.
Some tips.
I said tips, T-I-P, not the other word. Yeah. As we said before, keep one of everything for Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
And
also don't be unless you really don't want to, and you're like, I want to find out everything for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to check the wiki, because it's a very complex game. Like, for example, the fishes. One of the things I hate is fishing, but the fishing is so fleshed out. Like, certain fishes will only appear at certain hours of certain seasons in certain places in certain weather. Like, the sunfish will only appear on springs between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. on sunny days if you're in the river.
Yeah, that's a pain.
Yeah, you're not going to find out this on your own through the game, usually, unless you check the news on the TV. You have the possibility of seeing there's one show on the TV. The TV has 3 shows. It has the weather, the fortune teller, and then it has another 2. It has the fortune teller, then it has the cooking show, and the survival tips show. In that survival tips, they will sometimes give you this information, and Willie will sometimes let you know and stuff like that. But overall, if you don't check the wiki, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really, really hard to even know where to get them.
Trial by error.
So don't be afraid to check.
And don't eat your dino egg.
Don't eat your dino egg. Yes.
It's bad.
And don't sell stuff unless you're 100% sure you're not going to need them. Like, always check. Actually, when you're playing and you're doing the community center is going to ask you for specific items. And a little secret that's going to help you is in your inventory, when you open it up, when you hover over your items, the ones that you have, if that item is needed for a bundle, the bundle / community center symbol on your inventory, I don't know, pronunciation, who's her, I don't know where, it will flash. It's gonna, move, and you're gonna know, okay, this one I need it, I'm gonna save it, I'm not gonna sell it. So always make sure to not sell everything just because you might need it for something.
I like your pronunciation better, the inventory.
I have no idea if I'm pronouncing it right.
Inventory. That's how I pronunciate it, but I don't.
Okay.
Words are hard. Being right.
Words are so hard. But yeah, that one's important. Like, also another tip. On Cindersap Forest, where Marnie's farm and tower and everything, near the sewers, during spring, you can find spring onions. They're amazing. You just forage them and sell them. It's amazing. It's like literally free money.
Well, I don't sell them, I eat them. Because I run out of energy really quick at first. So I just used to eat them.
Too.
I just eat them.
Oh, and don't sell the geodes. Just go to the blacksmith and open them up, because they're going to give you stuff that you're going to be able to give to the museum, and you will want to finish the museum.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that you should not give to the museum immediately is the dino egg. Just put it in the incubator so you can get a dino, so that dino will give you more eggs, and then you can do with those eggs whatever you want. But just don't give it, because if you're going to give it and you're going to need a dino egg for another additional stuff, you're going to have to go and find another dino egg. So just create a source of dino eggs, and then you can use them.
Yes, and when you befriend people in Stardew Valley, they send you things. Like, if you befriend George, he sends you random rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I think Granny sends you things like soil and vegetables and things like that too. So it's always good to befriend some. I mean, you don't got to, but I'm just saying. And I'll always go down to the beach every day to pick up your foraging, because that's just like extra shit. Like the seashells.
Foraging is great to just get some extra free money, because you're literally just gonna pick stuff off the ground and sell it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. But yeah, the best tip we can give you is always keep one of everything and make sure you have the wiki in your bookmarks.
The wiki is amazing. It's really, really nice.
Very
It
detailed,
saved my life
easy to
so many
understand.
times.
You know what I mean? Some wikis you're like, what? But this was pretty good to understand. And our last topic of today will be mods, which I know absolutely nothing about. Lexi's gonna have to tell you about um, what kind of mods there are for Stardew Valley. I'm pretty sure there's a lot.
Everything that you can imagine that exists.
What
And I'm
type
not even
you
kidding.
use
There's really
and
a
how you
plus.
like them and that kind of thing. Because I don't usually use mods for games. I usually do things au naturel, aka vanilla. But Lexi can tell you all about that.
I use mods and I love them. You can find mods for pretty much anything that you want. If you want to change the look of the NPCs, if you want to change the look of your farm, if you want to have easy fishing, if you want to have custom farms, if you want to, I don't know, use more rings. There's even more NPCs. Like if you're not happy with the NPCs you have, you can have mods that will give you more NPCs. Also, there's this mod that's really nice. I haven't used it yet, but I've seen lots of people using it, which is basically Stardew Valley Extended, if I'm not mistaken, that's the name. Which is basically expanded, right? Yeah, Stardew Valley Expanded. It's a fan-made expansion. It gives you 27 new NPCs, 50 locations, a bunch of stuff, and it's literally like opening a new world. I've never used it because honestly, I don't want to. I don't really want to play with fan-made expansions, just not my thing. But it's available, so if you ever get tired of the vanilla content that the game gives you, you can just add an expansion, and poof, you have a whole bunch of characters and story plots and things and crops and wherever you want. Personally, I use a lot of mods mostly for the looks. Like I have one that gives me seasonal buildings. I promise I know how to speak. Um, it gives me different decors. My buildings look different. I can customize how I want them to look. It's really, really nice. I also use the best mod, which is the skip fishing minigame, which basically means I just click on a fish and it fishes. No minigame. It's so good. Can you tell I really don't like fishing?
I love fishing. I mean, I'll just fish for hours. The problem is it takes up
You
stamina. So like,
that's for stamina, for example. Oh, that reminds me a tip that we could have talked in the previous section. The spa near the railroad. If you go into the water, that's going to give you energy. So just go into the water. Like if you're on the mines and it's like 2 p.m. and you still want to keep killing monsters, but you don't have any energy, just leave the mine, go to the spa, stay like an hour within water, just leave and go back, and your energy and health are going to be tip top shape. So that's a little trick for you. More mods that I have. I also have the gift taste helper, which basically will show me all the gifts that the characters like without having to gift them to the characters. Because the game, when you give a gift to a character, the game's gonna know in the character profile in your gameplay, it's gonna tell you if the person liked it, if they loved it, if they hated it, if they didn't care. But you have to gift it the thing to them to be able to find out. This mod just tells me what they like, so I'll never make a mistake and give something they won't like. I also have one that shows me how much each item will sell for, the price, so I'll know if it's actually worth selling it or not. I have one that lets me wear more rings, since the game I think only lets you wear 2. I can wear up to 8. And I have one which is really nice, which is the range highlight. Basically, whenever I press shift and hover like a sprinkler or a Junimo hut or a light or something, it will show me till where that range can go. which is great when you're wanting to plant stuff and you want to know, okay, how many squares does this sprinkler cover? That mod just shows you until where it goes. Same for bombs. It's so good because when you plant a bomb, it shows you where the bomb's gonna hit so you can run from it and not get hit. So that's really nice.
Yes, we don't want to be blown up by bombs. That's what suck.
They suck so much. And this one just shows you where it's gonna blow up. It's really nice. So these are some of the mods I use. I have a couple more, but they're mostly just about, helping me have I have one that gives me a to-do list that I can write down what I want to do so I won't forget what I was working. That's the last time I played. Like this gameplay that I was talking about, the one that I'm almost at year 8. I haven't played it in so long. So if I didn't have this mod, I'll be looking at it and I'll be like, okay, what exactly was I wanting to do? Like, what am I missing? What was I planning on working towards? With this mod, I just open it and there's a little list on the side that tells me. Oh, another one that I really have, it's the NpC Map Locations. Imagine not having to remember who is where at what time. Because each character is going to be at a different place at a different time. Like they can be at home, they can be at the community center, they can be just staring at a tree for some reason.
Yeah, some of them do that. It's really weird.
Right? So this mod, I just open up my map and it shows me where they are. Nice. It's amazing. But yeah, there's mods for everything. One thing that is really helpful, at least for me, and I know y'all gonna make fun of me, but it's true. I have severe arachnophobia. I cannot see spiders. And recently, with the new update, with the one that introduced Ginger Island, Stardew now has spiders. They have spiders if you get a special quest from Mr. Key that will basically give you the skull caverns in the desert, but harder. They aren't hard enough. They can get harder. And one of the levels will have spiders, which I hate, right? I do not like spiders. I do not want spiders. Even spiders in pixelized games creep the hell out of me. So I found a mod. I hate spiders. So there's a mod that turns the spiders into bears. So I'm just fighting bears. It's really nice.
I'm fighting bears. It's safer than fighting spiders.
Exactly. It's really nice. But there are mods for everything. To the point that there is a section on Reddit for non-safe for work Stardew Valley. So take that wherever you want.
I don't think I want to.
I'm just gonna say, it's creepy.
It's creepy.
But whatever floats your boat, I guess. Whatever floats your boat. I'm not gonna judge.
Egg.
Okay, I'll judge a little bit, but yeah.
There's an egg in chat.
Egg.
But
Egg, oh, you cutie.
Egg is a super cutie. I love Egg.
Agree.
That was it. That was all of my list, Lexi. We did it.
True, and we condensed it in just 2 hours. Yay!
We managed to stay up. Well, we went a little bit off track, but but we did it in 2 hours. I'm impressed. Yeah, I've been working on different
stuff.
Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
No. You were saying?
I was working on different types of podcasting because I do the interviews, and I thought an open forum would be more interesting to try. So we're gonna see if we can find other people who play that have this game that they just love to play and know a lot about it. So I thought this would be fun. And with that, thank you so much, Lexi, for coming to join me.
Thank you for having me and letting me gush all about Stardew.
Because Stardew is great. Stardew is cozy. I love cozy Stardew. But my husband just put pizza in front of me, so I'm gonna end stream.
Oh my god, yes, please eat all the pizza. I'm gonna find something to eat too. Probably will order pizza. Now I'm hungry. Now I want pizza.
Lexi, I broke my promise. I said I wouldn't buy any more journals, and I bought one.
No one knows. No one needs to know.
But it's beautiful, Lexi. It's beautiful and shiny. It has a big snowflake on the front of it. I love it.
Oh my god, I want pictures. Please send me pictures. I want pictures.
When it gets here, I will show you. I will do a little unboxing video because it's amazing. But anyway,
Yes.
thank you everybody for sitting and listening to our rabble about the Stardew Valley game. If you haven't tried it, please go out and try it. It's on Steam or other available platforms. I think it's actually
And it's on sale on Steam. It's not much, but it's on sale.
It is on sale. It's also on the Game Pass, I think, as well. So if you want to try it on there, if you have Xbox Game Pass, I'm not sure about PlayStation or any of the other platforms, but it's
I'm
worth
not
the
sure if
time.
it's running on It's already running. Okay, I was wondering if it was running on PlayStation because PlayStation forced them to go down, but it's been fixed. Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, thank you, Lexi Loot, again for joining me and being amazing as always. I love your face.
Thank you for having me. It was fun. I loved it.
So you have two choices. You can hang out with me while I raid, or you can go off and do what you need to do, and I'll raid, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay, I'll probably go off because I'll raid in chat with the peeps.
Okay. Thank you, Lexi Lou. I love you. Please have a good day.
You.
I love you.
Bye-bye. Love ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wasn't that fun, guys? Wasn't that fun? But anyway, let's see who we can raid. And I will see you guys again. What's today? The 30th? Well, I'll see you on Tuesday. We'll be playing a couple of indie demo games I found. One is called Fleshwater, which should be interesting. My husband found that one. So we're going to be doing that. And Thursday, I have no idea what we're playing. Or Sunday, I think we're going to play Dead of Night. Me and hubby will do that together. And then I have Friday off. The week after, I think I'll do another cozy stream, but we'll do a journaling cozy stream instead of a diamond pay me. Maybe we'll switch back and forth. We'll do a journaling and cozy stream, like one off each week that I have a random Friday off, right? Okay, we can do that. All right, so let me see who we can raid. Oh, Ring Banana! We're going to raid Ring Banana. I have never raided Ring Banana before, so we're going to do one Ring Banana. Will you raid with me? Will you guys raid with me so we can raid Ring Banana? Because she's amazing. She's playing Overcooked right now, I think. Please type. Type when I ask you to type. I'm gonna go raid her. She's beautiful and fun and loving. We're gonna go raid her. So you guys don't have to follow or subscribe or anything. But I do appreciate it if you would hang out to say hello. She is a good friend. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy what's left of it before the dreaded Monday comes and attacks us. I will see all of you on Tuesday. Take care of yourself. Love you. Bye-bye.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm too. Oh gosh. Hello. Pizza chick.